You see this? Yeah, that's not our car. That was a loaner car we had for almost 3 months because our Hyundai broke down and left us on the side of the highway stranded on a hot summer day with small children hours away from home. Ugh, talk about your worst nightmare. We ended up having to pay $620 to get it towed to the nearest Hyundai dealer, which was a 4-hour drive away from our home through a mountain pass, and we had to wait for hours until a very kind family member picked us all up. Then we had to wait 4 days without a car out of town, only to discover we would need the engine replaced, which was about a $9,000 job. What? So what the heck happened and how do we now feel about Hyundai? Well, let's get into it right now. Before I go any further, I do want to say right away, Hyundai did end up paying for the tow, gave us a loaner car, and replaced the engine free. More on that shortly. Let me quickly explain the story. In 2014, we had our first kiddo and we wanted a new, reliable SUV to keep our family safe. We bought a brand new 2014 Hyundai Santa Fe Limited with the 2-liter turbo engine and all the bells and whistles. For the price, Hyundai packs in the features unlike any other brand. We got things included like heated rear seats that slide forward, shades built into the door, which is awesome when you have small children, as well as a gigantic moonroof, nav, backup cam, blind spot detection, heated and cooled seats, yada yada yada. That's cool and all, but what we didn't know at the time was the 2013 and 2014 Santa Fe engines had a problem in which there was metal debris left in the engines, which ultimately led to premature bearing wear and potential engine failure on those models. Fast forward a few years later and ours was still running great. It seemed like not all of the engines died in those years of Santa Fe's. We thought maybe we were the lucky ones. Plus, we always take really good care of our vehicles. We always kept it in the garage and got regular maintenance for it because, well, we wanted it to last a long time. It only had 92,000 kilometers on it. But guess what? It turns out none of that matters. Not when the engine is faulty. It'll die no matter how you take care of it. This gets interesting though. Within 2 days of our engine failing, friends of ours had the same problem happen to their 2017 Ford Fusion. Their engine died and needed to be replaced. However, even though it was 3 years newer than ours, they were out of warranty and poop out of luck. Ford did nothing for them, so they had to literally abandon that vehicle and buy something else. Ouch! Ours was a 2014, yet Hyundai extended the warranty, so even 8 years later, we were still eligible for a free engine replacement. Say what you will about the quality of Hyundai, they are one of the best car manufacturers when it comes to fixing their past failures. We had a big breath of relief upon the news they would pay for everything. Here's the thing though, I was left with a bitter taste in my mouth because we were robbed of an experience. The trip in which our engine died, new friends invited us to their cabin to hang out and go boating. Boating! That's not something we get to usually do. We booked days off, packed up all of our stuff, and set off on Thursday to get ahead of traffic, and this happened on the way to go hang out with those friends. We never arrived and spent that weekend in a different town, stressing out hardcore, not knowing what our future would look like and whether we'd have to pay for the new engine ourselves. We didn't learn Hyundai would cover the cost until the following Monday night. That was a long weekend and we missed out on a great experience. Now that we got our vehicle back, do we keep it? Will this happen again? Is a new engine enough to give us peace of mind when it comes to going on trips with our family in that vehicle? Tough call. I still don't know. I wanted to create this video for 2 important reasons. I want to remind you to, number 1, if you buy new, keep records of your oil changes and have that information in an easy to access spot. We had to provide Hyundai proof of the last 5 oil changes before we could qualify for the engine replacement. And number 2, if you are out of warranty, make sure you get some type of roadside assistance. We didn't have it, but I can tell you we have it now. Costs about $140 for the year, but gives us up to 3 tows a year if we need it. We will never be without it again. So, should you buy a Hyundai? Look, it's not just Hyundais that break down. All cars do. However, some models and years of cars are better than others, and Hyundai had a bad stretch. Those Hyundais from the early 2010s are among some of the worst offenders. But Hyundai has been doing some good things, especially in the electric world, and are among the top 5 selling car brands in the world. I think if you are buying new, sure, Hyundai is great, and they've improved a lot. They are doing a lot of forward-thinking things right now, and you get a lot of value for your money. But if you are buying used, well, really do your research and Google that year of the car you are considering. Definitely avoid the 2013 and 2014 years, and if it looks like a good chunk of the cars from the year and model you're looking at had problems, avoid it and look for something else, no matter how good that deal is. These big companies are going to put out fires as they happen, right? They aren't going to be proactive about problems even when they know those problems would exist. They'd go bankrupt. I still have a bit of a soft spot for Hyundai, and I still enjoy ours for now. But the whole time we've owned it, I saw others experiencing engine failure, so I was always kind of expecting ours to suddenly die, even though we took amazing care of it. Then on the one trip where I let my guard down, that was the trip it left us stranded. What a bummer. If you bought your Hyundai new like we did and yours is a bit older now, it might be worth researching your model year to see the recalls it currently has, and depending on what turns up, well, maybe it's a good time to sell your car or trade it in. That was such a stressful thing to go through. I need to go have a sweat to feel better. Why does a good sweat help me feel better? We'll watch this video next to find out. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please show the good old YouTube algorithm I'm doing a good job by liking the video or subbing to the channel. Who knows what my next video will be about. See you next time on The Sad Life.